What's good, YouTube? This your boy Dion Call It Custom Designs back with another video. And in this video, I will be showing you guys how to digitize for puffy and or 3D puff embroidery or foam embroidery. So I will just lay out a couple of steps on what you need to do before you even lay down your foam. So the first step will be to digitize the regular elements or the backgrounds first. So make sure that everything is, as far as your thread counts and your thread, the thread breaks and everything, as far as where you want your stops and stuff to be at. So you got to program all the stops on the machine so that you'll have time to even insert your foam. You know what I mean? So you'll have time to go ahead and put your foam down and stuff. So, and then the second thing, increase the density so that you could get the most out of the stitches, and that the stitches can cover up the foam. You know what I mean? So basically you want to double the stitches is what you want to do. Double the stitches so that you can get the coverage and perforation of the foam. So real quick, let me just pull up. I'm gonna just pull up some ladders. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, I can just go with this one right now. I think this is better. Stretch them out a little bit. Okay. So what I do want to do is change the color. Go red. Okay, so now that I have the red, perfect. So the next step, what I would do is select everything. You go to text and you want to convert everything into blocks. Now what'll happen is when you convert it to blocks, as you can see over here, everything has its own box. Basically everything is together. So once you convert it to blocks, you'll see how it'll look. Select everything and then convert into blocks. All right, so now when you go back over here, everything is ungrouped basically. So now you have a wider range of actually editing your letters if you want to, as far as like I said, is gaps in between them, stitches that are too close that shouldn't be, should be spreaded out, so on and so forth. I use these letters for specific purpose. Basically, like just showing you that when you're looking at the A, you see that it's flat up here. See if I can zoom in out some. You can see it's flat here and here. The B, for example, you don't even need to do any editing to it, just because everything is capped off. If you know what I mean, everything is capped off, so you don't need to add any extra caps or anything on here. So that's good. But for the C, you can see this is an open space here, and this is an open space here. So you have to cap all the ends of the open areas to perforate the foam. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that right now. So what I do is, and it's other ways that everybody does it different, but this is the way I was taught, or how I learned from watching other YouTubers and other videos. So I use a manual straight stitch or straight block. I'm gonna change the color just so it can be visible into black. All right, so let me zoom in. So we have it here. So what you want to do is start with your top, bottom, top, bottom, and then you double click. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you see the black line, which is the run stitch, and it's going all the way into the last letter. You don't want that, because that means it's going to jump into the last letter, and then now all of your letters is going to be out of order. So what you want to do is go back, reset it. Okay, I may have that zoomed in a little bit too much. Okay, perfect. So you want to go top, bottom, top, bottom, and before you let it go, you want to hit V, and that brings up your running stitch. As you can see, it just changed over here. So now Z is your straight, V is your running stitch. So now you just got to pick which side you want your running stitch to go on. Let's say I wanted to come back across here, and I'm going to use this side for example, and I'm going to bring it down, 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 and this is your running stitch, down, 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 and there. Now what you want to do is also convert it back to your straight manual punch. So the letter Z, up, down, and once you click this last one, you're going to double click it to select everything, and you double click. Now you have the ends capped off. But one thing we did forget is, of course, the other side. So what you can do is also just take the running stitch itself, start it from down here, and just go all the way up. And you could cut through the middle, and it'll go down there. And then from there, click Z, and then that's where you can get your straight stitch. So you go top, bottom, and you double click. So now you have your straight stitches. So that's how you would cap that off. You do want to double your thread count. So let's bag it out. Well, we can zoom in a little bit just on this letter itself. Let's go back to the home screen and select everything. So, and this is something you can do at the beginning. I just kind of forgot. So once you figured out that you don't need anything as far as any editing of your stitches, you can do this. So I'm just going to select all and go to sewing. Now your run pitch, as you can see these small dots, that's these dots that's in the middle. And so that's initially your tack down stitch. So they're kind of too close, which means it's going to rip through your foam. So what you want to do is higher your run pitch. I usually go 30, and as you can see, you'll see it down here in the bottom right corner as it expanding. I usually go 30, and you should see everything get expanded as far as the stitches. So keep that in mind. Also, your run pitch, you want to increase your run pitch. Let's go to density. So now your density, you want to once again double it. Also, your undersew should not be checked. Always take your undersew off. Perfect. Always, always, always take your undersew off. So now, as you can see now, none of that understitching, because for once with the understitching, you're going to initially just rip your foam all the way apart. You don't want that. Okay. So let's go back. We can back it up again. So like I was saying, let's go to now your density. So with the density, like I said, right now it's on 115. So you want to double it and or triple it, just so that you can get the perforation of it. So your thread can actually cut your phone without you actually cutting your phone, if it makes sense. So me personally, I go the highest it can go, and for my machine, I think it goes to 356. So let's put 357, 357, and see what happens. And it goes to 356. So as you can see, it got tighter, darker. Yep, more thread. Perfect. So now all of this will cut your phone. Okay, so with that being said, let's also, one thing you want to do is always cut off your half stitch. Now your half stitch usually helps you without getting the thread breaks, but in this case you want to sacrifice that because the half stitch will also cut your foam in a way that you don't want it cut. So you want to make sure that with the half stitch it's off so that it doesn't mess up your design as far as cutting the foam. So definitely always take off your half stitch. And your pull comp is the next thing. You want to increase the pull comp just to maintain the aspect ratio. So just to maintain the shapes and the lettering and stuff like that. So I'll go 4 and see how that looks. And it doesn't look bad. Great. It's not bad at all. Okay, so from there, we're going to go over to the letter C and do the same thing. So I'll give you guys another snippet of that. So from the C, we're going to start here. So let's grab our manual punch, and it's already in black. So we go bottom, top, bottom, top. And like I said before, you want to click into your straight or your running stitch. Sorry about that. And then you click V for running stitch, and Z for your straight stitch, V for your running stitch. And then from there, just try to keep it as close as possible to the inside. Okay, then zoom in on that. So click your Z for your straight stitch. So top, bottom, and your last one you will always double click. Now of course it's poking out, so what you want to do with that is also you edit it. You can always edit that. So let's go back. So let's say you want to pull these stitches back, or let's go to the A first and then we'll come back. So for this one, you want to make sure that everything is as far as on the edges, because if not, your foam will poke through and you will have that small piece of foam poking out right here, which you don't want. You want everything to be closed off and capped. So let's go to over here, and this is the first one. So let's click select objects. You'll see it highlighted, and with that we go to edit the points. So now you can move this over here and move it down some so it's not too far out. Okay, and do the same for this one. Move it over and move it down some. And let's see how that looks. It's not bad. So it's capping off your ends. So that's a perfect start right there. Then what you will do is go to your next ones and do the same thing. It's just cleaning up the caps basically. So this should be the next one, and you select it, go to your edit tool. Now you can see it, and this is the reason why I did do it in different colors, so it'd be very visible, because if not, it wouldn't have been visible. So bag that up some, and let's go over here and do the same thing. Maybe that's too far. Let's see, bag that up some more. A little more. Let's see, this might have to be bagged up some. See how it look? I think it's great. Came out good. So that's how you initially digitize 3D puff embroidery for the phone before you even, once again, lay down your foam. Because once the foam is down, it's down. It's no picking it up, laying it back down, picking it up, which you can, but you would just be wasting foam and material. So it's best to get it right the first time on your digitizing software, and then that's when you can come in and lay down your foam. So I'm just going to do one more. I'll do this one, or I'll even start on the C and do that one. You know, because I already did the A, so let's do the C. So you'll go to the last one, and it'll be the last one, this one. Yep, and you select it. Zoom out some, and then you go ahead and do your edit points. So this one looks to be good, just have to get pushed over a little bit and pull it back some. Let's see. Oops, that's too much. Also, I sometimes try to get that straight line, as you can see, and you can see in the inside where it's not as straight. It should be straight, but something's just not lined up right, or not lined up straight. That's all that is. So, but what I do want to do is push this over a little bit more. That should be good. So can't no foam get out, and this one is good as well. So just digitizing the foam, making sure that all of your points is good, all of your ends is capped, making sure that you have the pull compensation just to maintain the aspect ratio. Always turn off the half stitch. Did I forget anything? Oh, always increase the thread density. Double it if and if you can do it, triple it. I go with the highest just to get that thick thread, just like I said, so it can cut the foam perfect. So what you want to do is, now that you have everything capped and selected, what you want to do is, of course, you want to change the colors back to the original color. So if your letter's going to be red, everything has to be red. If it's going to be black, everything has to be black. So you want to line everything up. So now you have, let's see. All right, so your caps is going to be your first things. Those are going to go first. So now for your A, oops, zoomed out too far. So let's grab that one. As you can see, it's highlighted. That's the running stitch. And this one, and this, and grab that one. Now you grab it and drag it to the top. That's going to be your first one. So now you can see, I didn't do this one, so it's poking out, but now you can see it's on the back. I didn't do that one, so it's poking out, but now you can see how it's on the back, and it's the first stitches to go. Those are the first ones that's going to go first. Then you're going to do your A, and that's going to print out, or sorry, stitch out. Then that's going to stitch out first, but all your caps will be capped off. All your ends will be capped off, so that's a good start. Now let's go to the C, and we only did these parts, so you select those, you open them up. So now you want everything to go before the C. So let's scoot over to the C, as you can see that, and drag it before the C. So now that's invisible and it's under the stitches, so that's going to go first, then your stitches is going to come right after. So, and like I said, you want to change the color to the original stitch color. Now, it won't really matter on the program as far as on the machine, but you will have the stops. So you will have the thread stops, or you know what I mean. So it's going to stop just because it's different color. But if you keep them all the same color, it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep going. And there's no problem at having stops if you want the stops, because all you will have to do is press start, and then it's going to start up the next stitches. So it's no big problem, but you do want everything the same color. So I'm just going to select all, go to shapes, and just go to red. So now you can't see it, it's blended in. And do the same for this one, select all, go to shapes, and then change the color to red. So now everything is blended in. You have the perfect, hold on. Okay, change that to red, and this to red as well. And I don't know why this wasn't selected too. Perfect. So now everything is selected. Like I said, you have everything as far as the stitches laid out, the density and everything. Everything is the same color. So this would be the perfect stitches and layout and lettering for your 3D puff. And let's just do a run through real fast just to show you guys how it's turning out. So once again, those will go first under it. Then it's going to do the top stitches. Just speeding up to get to the letter C. Like I said, with the B, it's all, everything is already capped. That's a no biggie, no problem. That's already done right there. So you don't even have to worry about the B. If you're doing something that has a closed stitch as far as a B or the letter O, it's already closed off. You don't really have to do too much to it, for my understanding. So you don't have to do too much to it. It's already capped off basically. So let me know if you guys liked the video. Let me know if I helped you guys out a lot. And doing the digitizing for the 3D puff foam. So thank you guys for sticking around, and also hit that notification, subscribe to the channel, as well as thumbs up the video. It'll be greatly appreciated, guys. And that's it for this video. So once again, it's your boy Dion with Quality Custom Designs. As always, stay blessed and continue to strive for greatness. And I'm out, guys.